In this example, we're going to look at the empirical rule. To find what percentage of values lie between two data values, we're first going to find the z-score of the two given data values, and then we'll interpret the results using the empirical rule. And the empirical rule says that within 1% or one standard deviation there's 68%, within 2 standard deviations there's 95%, and within 3 standard deviations there's 99.7%, which is almost 100%. So we have IQ scores that are bell-shaped. They have a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. What percentage of IQ scores are between 70 and 130? So we have two different data values here. I'm going to subscript them with a 1 and a 2. And then I'm going to find the z-score for each one. So to connect the z-score to that particular data value, I'm going to subscript it with a matching subscript. So the z-score for 70 would be 70 minus 100 divided by 15. That is a negative 2. The z-score for x2 will be 130, remember data value minus the mean, divided by the standard deviation. That is a positive 2. And you can use your calculator to compute those. Within 2 standard deviations, we have our mean, and then we have -1 standard deviation, -2 standard deviations, 1 standard deviations, 2 standard deviations. According to the empirical rule, within 2 standard deviations, we have 95% of the data. So to answer this question, what percentage of IQ scores are between 70 and 130? Our answer is 95%. We interpret that using the empirical rule. Next example. At one college, GPAs are normally distributed with a mean of 2.7 and a standard deviation of 0.5. According to the empirical rule, what percentage of students at the college have a GPA between 2.2 and 3.2? So, writing down the information given, the mean is 2.7, standard deviation is 0.5, our data values are 2.2 and 3.2. So I need to find two different z-scores, z1 and z2. So that's going to be 2.2, data value minus the mean, divided by the standard deviation. So for z2, we're going to take 3.2, subtract the mean, and divide by the standard deviation. Using our calculator to compute those, we should get a -1 for the first one and 1 for the second one. So this means that we are between -1 and 1 standard deviations, or within 1 standard deviation from the mean. According to the empirical rule, if you are within 1 standard deviation, that means there is 68% of the data. So that is our answer, the 68%.